Failure is not an option. I'm tired of hearing people say, I'm done. I gave up. I can't handle it anymore. Failure is not an option. You guys cannot quit. The post office trajectory is heading northbound with the hammer down, and it's time that you guys step up and don't let your future go. This is true. This is real. This is JH. Let's get it.
I am the tiger, man, the edge. And now you gotta get it back. And the way to get it back is to go back to the beginning. You know what I mean?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH, and here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Any information that you need as far as when you're a postal employee, the information is in the video description below. Need a loan? Is there. Need to buy a house? Is there. Need to build your credit? Is there. You want to go get one of my fancy... Who stole my cup? You guys stole my cup? Did you steal my damn cup? But deal with you guys accordingly later. Oh, sorry, it was still recording? My bad, okay. My bad. No, let's talk for a second. Let's talk for a second. Listen, failure is not an option. You've come too far. If you've gotten to the promised land, and I call getting into the front door and punching the clock for your first time, I call that the promised land. Let's call that the promised land. If you've made it that far, look around you. Look at the people that have been there. Don't base your behavior on the people that have been there, but look at the people that have been there. Do you think that when they started, they had it easy? Do you believe that when you start, you need it easy? Do you believe that you're not gonna go through trials and tribulations and headaches and bullshit? Do you believe that? Because if that's what you believe, you're in the wrong craft. What I do here is provide information on how to get into the post office, on how to survive these postal streets, and I will continue to try to give you information on how to survive these postal streets. So I'm asking you, are you at that point where you decided you wanted to quit, or you can't deal with it no more, or you don't have the babysitting allowed, or the transportation isn't getting you there? If you are bombarded with all these weights on your shoulder, do I have that answer for you? No. But have I been through it? Absolutely. Jay had his car repossessed in the middle of my divorce. I didn't have transportation back and forth to work. I didn't. I was Ubering. That's Jay. Jay I lost the house. Jay had to start from scratch. I went through so many different negatives. Does that mean that you're gonna go through those negatives? No. Whatever it is that you're going through, whether it be your children are sick, and you gotta leave work, or you don't have ways to get your kids to work, or there's always a way. You just feel at this point that it may be overwhelming on your shoulders, and maybe you're not focused, and maybe you're not thinking right, and maybe you can't seem to feel like you get a break or catch a break. Everybody has felt that way one time or another. The money's not good enough at this point, whatever it is, but just understand, it isn't entirely up to you to figure out your way on how you can overcome your obstacles. Unfortunately, society today says that things should be handed to us easy. We don't go to the store anymore. We got Instacart. We don't go to the pizza place. We got Domino's delivering. We have Amazon delivering stuff to everything here that you see is from Amazon, including that. Everything. Me included. It's all given to us easy. The times say that we can have things easier, but when we're faced with adversity, all of a sudden, we don't know how to deal with it. This is not something that they taught you in school, and this is not something that you're gonna be able to just figure out overnight. What I'm saying though, is that light at the end of the tunnel is there. Vacation time will come. You sitting back sipping margaritas, the time will come. You going on a ski slopes for a week, the time will come. Are you gonna let a little bit of the adversity that's on your shoulders right now stop you from pushing on? You know how many people email me, you know how many people call me, you know how many people text me. And like I said before, the weight has gotten so heavy on my shoulders, I can't accept it anymore. But the stories, it blew my mind, but then I realized, hey, I wasn't alone. I went through so many different things. Even my ex-wife, she went through all the trials and tribulations and had to start over. If you have to turn and start over and get to a different place, get to a place that's comfortable, remember, this career has options for you. You run into scenarios where you can't do something, it's about you. Now, here's a scenario. If you're coming to work and you're grumpy and you're a jerk all day and then all of a sudden you need something, you know that manager's gonna just be like, no. But if you took my advice, which I don't usually give, and you decided you were gonna come to work and still put your game face on every single day, when the time comes and you are faced with adversity and you walk up to a manager or a supervisor or a plant manager or a postmaster or a station manager and you say, listen, this is going on in my life. This is not your problem. This is mine. I own my problem. I have some situations I can't pick my son up or drop my son off until 7 o'clock in the morning. I know you guys got me scheduled at 6. I can come in at 6, leave at 6:45, be back here at 7:15. I'm not asking for the pay. All I'm asking is for a little bit of leniency. Now, these managers don't have to do a damn thing for us. And I see the messages and I read the messages that people say, oh, they have no empathy. They don't have to do a damn thing for us. They're there to make this operation work. And just as I said before, they have machines that don't have these problems. And if the machine replaces you, it's because they didn't need you anymore. You want to become invaluable to the company. We're all expendable, but you want to become invaluable to the company. So how do we do that? We carry our game face when we get to work. We put our game face on 24/7. We don't engage in the gossip. We perform at our best even when we don't want to. I myself face these things on a regular basis. And sometimes talking to you guys may be my own therapy. But when you're faced with the adversity, what don't kill you makes you stronger. But did you die? Like that. Was that from that movie? No, but seriously, what don't kill you make you stronger. And some people just can't handle that. I understand that. I'm not picking on anybody if that's what you're going through. All I'm saying is give this place 110%. Don't give it 70% because the first week you came in, the first 2 weeks you came in, you had issues and then you couldn't continue. You're supposed to make yourself invaluable. If you're showing up late to work and that's a thing for you, but you're performing 150% and outdoing everybody, do you think that manager's gonna let you go? No. They want you. They're gonna just say, man, you 110% a worker, but your attendance, you late. What's going on with you? How can we help you? See, there's ways. And this place is probably one of the worst places in the world when it comes down to having to be on time and having attendance issues and having to deal with the managers, because the managers, they act like they didn't have these issues. We need to perform at our best in order to achieve just having this career, because a lot of the people that watch me right now, trust what I tell you, a lot of you are new. And because you're new, and I mean new 5 years and under, and when you're new, you still can't see the promised land. You're still kind of working that paycheck to paycheck. You're still kind of getting yourself out of debt. You're still having setbacks. But when you see those people that have been there for 10, 15 years, and they don't look like they're as stressed as you are, they're stressed over some other stuff that we're not on that level yet. Am I making sense to anybody yet? Am I making sense to you yet? Am I touching anybody yet? Yes, maybe, no. Everybody deals through this. How do I know that? And why do I speak about it? Because it's so common. It's common around this country. The environment is not that great, but they are working towards a better environment. They're talking about lighting up the facilities on a different level so that we don't always walk into a place that looks like a dungeon, because every plant when you walk in looks like a dungeon. They're talking about replacing so many different things. The new vehicles are coming, so you don't feel like you just, there's so many things that we have to look forward to, that you have to look forward to in the future with this place. So when someone asked me a question, said, where do I see the post office in the future? How do I see? Right now, I see it progressing. The work environment itself, it does have a very bitter taste. But from where I was to where I am, I have seen progression. So how can you say that, Jay? I don't look this way. I don't have tunnel vision. I look at the big picture and I research. That's what I do. I research. All I'm saying is stick around. Don't give up. Don't give up. Give it a chance. But where we at right now is trying to make sure that if you're sticking around, give it your all. Give it your best. That's all we talking about right now. This is JH with a little bit of information, hopefully a little bit of inspiration. And we out.